Hi, my name is Gail Meadows, and I am going to be interviewing Bob Livingstone. Bob, would you like to tell about yourself, please?
Yes, my name is Bob Livingstone. I'm an author, psychotherapist, blogger, and I've been doing all this for 30 years, and I am married to this woman here, Gail Meadows, for 47 years.
Bob, I have a few questions to ask you. My first question is, what does connecting mean?
I'm glad you asked me that because I'm going to talk today about my new blog, How to Connect with Your Children, and why it's really important to do so. So, what does connecting mean? Connecting means being able to communicate with your child in a mutual, satisfying way where your child feels like you are hearing him or her, where your child feels like you are empathizing with him or her.
Okay. My next question is, why do parents have difficulty connecting with their children?
Well, there's a number of reasons why that is happening, Gail. One is that parents and children are very busy today. Parents often work 50 to 60 hours a week just to make ends meet. And I'm talking about single parents, I'm talking about married couples, I'm talking about couples who are together. And so there's really not much time to be with kids. Parents who are working are forced to work on vacations and on weekends. They're always supposed to be available. And the children, in order to get ahead, parents feel like they have to be enrolled in all kinds of classes, in tutoring, in coaching, and they really have not much time for themselves. So there's really no time to talk. And another reason is that parents might have a history of being traumatized themselves, and therefore not really having experience with really connecting with anybody, including their kids.
That's an insightful answer, Bob.
Thank you, Gail.
The next question is, why is it important for parents to connect with their children?
Okay, so one reason is that the kids derive their self-esteem from their parents, from feeling like their parents really care about them, really love them. And one of the ways to show that you really love them is to be able to connect with them, to be able to understand what they're saying, what they're feeling, what their problems are. And also, if kids feel like parents are connecting with them, then they're going to trust them. And then they're also going to be able to trust themselves and love themselves.
I can tell you've given this some thought. How can parents tell they're not connecting with their children?
Well, if their kids' eyes glaze over while they're talking to them, and or they quickly want to get through the conversation by just nodding their head every 5 seconds, and they're really not paying attention, or they've become really good at acting like they're paying attention, but they're really not. They tuned you out a long time ago. That's how you can tell. Also, if they're just saying to you outright, "I don't want to talk with you," and sometimes it's difficult to separate that from normal adolescent kind of separation, individuation process that's going on with kids.
Okay. What can parents do to connect with their children?
Well, one thing they can do, they can set aside weekly time to talk with them and make sure that they're talking to them about things that are important to their kids, not that are just important to their parents. So a lot of parents fall into this trap of lecturing their kids. And you all know what that is. That's like talking endlessly and their kids really not acting like they're very interested, but feeling as a parent you have to do it anyway. So I'm talking more about engaging with your kid, meaning asking them questions. And when, think about this exercise. When you look into your child's eyes, what do you see? Do you see a child who is talented as a musician, that they're really good athletically, that they're smart, that they're inquisitive? Being inquisitive and being curious is a trait that's really underrated, and I think that really needs to be focused upon.
Right. And I might add, when you are connecting with your children, there should be no phones or electronics around.
No phones or electronics on either case, because it's easy to get distracted and easy to get interrupted. And dealing with the electronics, that's a whole other blog discussion that's worth having.
Well, I can't wait to read that blog then.
But
Thank you, Bob.
Okay, thank you, Gail. And we'll see you next time. And you can check my blog out on boblivingstone.com and on my Facebook fan page, Healing Emotional Pain. Thank you very much.